Greetings, students. Today we're going to discuss practice test 2 for pre-algebra. Let's begin. Question 1, convert to a power. So I count the number of 4s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4s. So this is 4 to the 8th power. I'm not asking you to evaluate this particular question. I'm asking you to convert to a power. So that will be 4 to the 8th. All right, question 2, evaluate -8 plus 6. So because this is an opposite signs, there's a -8, and then this is a positive 6. So remember, we always change to addition. We should always use addition as our operation. But and the signs of the coefficients are what matters, so this will subtract. So I take 6 from 8, and I get 2. And it'll be negative, my answer, because the 8 has a larger absolute value than the 6. Next thing here, -8 plus -6. Now these are the same signs. They're both negative. -8 as well as -6. Again, we have it as addition. So -8 plus -6 will be 14, and it'll be negative. It'll keep its sign. Next one, question 4. 12 minus 10. That is the same as 12 plus -10. Now, I don't have to write this particular one as 12 plus -10 because the 10 isn't bigger than the 12. But remember, we can change this to addition. Subtraction can always be changed to addition. And we can rewrite it that way. And then we can say, well, these are opposite signs, so they subtract, and we keep the sign of the larger absolute. So 12 minus 10, or same as 12 plus -10, is 2. Next question, 12 minus -10. This minus negative becomes a plus, so this becomes 12 plus 10. The minus minus, when it's in parentheses, becomes plus. It distributes, in other words. And 12 plus 10 is 22. Those have the same signs, so they add together. Next one, -18 minus -5. So this is the same as -18 plus 5. That minus minus becomes plus. Distributes, in other words. So -18 plus 5 is -13, because these are, again, opposite signs. Opposite signs, a negative and a positive sign. We got a -18 and a positive 5. All right, next item, evaluate if x is -2. So I will have here on this particular question, -2 to the 4th, which is the same as 4 -2's multiplied together. So 2 2's make a 4, and a negative times a negative becomes a positive. So these are both positive 4's. My answer is 16. All right, we're still working with x equal to -2. So we have here for x plus 8, we have -2 plus 8. Again, we're using x equals -2 from question 7. So -2 plus 8 is 6. Next one here, 12 times -2, which is -24, because we take 12 and double it, and we negate it. Next one, 8 times -2 minus 10. 4 times -2 minus 10. The 8 came from the fact that 4 times -2 is 8. So we have -8 minus 10, because 4 times -2 is -8, which is the same as -8 plus -10. Same signs add, -18. Next one, 40 divided by -2. Half of 40 is 20. This will be negative because we have a positive and a negative divided. Next one, -90 divided by -2 is 45. This will be positive because negative divided by negative is positive. So we used x equals -2 for all of these questions. That's what it said to use in question 7. Use x equals -2. So I replaced all those with x equals -2. And I evaluated. Our rules here are the same as we talked about in class. A negative multiplied by a negative is a positive. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. And when they're the same signs, we add. When they're opposite signs, we subtract. All right, next items. Place each on a number line, -3.5, -3.5. Remember, this is halfway between -3 and -4. We place it there. +4. +4. Multiply 18 by 12. So 18 and 12 multiplied together. So this is the same as 2 times 18, which is 180, plus 2 times, or excuse me, 10 times 18, which is 180, plus 2 times 18. So 2 times 18 is 16, and then 36 total. 2 times 18 is 36. And then 10 times 18 is 180. And 180 plus 36, when they add together, is 216. For our problem there of 18 times 12. So again, we're doing this kind of as a group thing. 10 times 18, 180. 2 times 18, 36. Add it together. All right, there's page 1. Setting up page 2 for a second. And here's page 2. Expand and evaluate 6 to the third. So 6 to the third is 6 times 6, which is 36, times another 6. So 36 by 6, we could do here, as we talked about before, 30 by 6 plus 6 by 6. Do this. So 30 times 6 is 180. And 6 times 6 is 36. So this is, once again, 216. This particular question's answer. 180 plus 36. 30 by 6 plus 6 by 6. All right, identify the place value. So this is the tens place. We got the decimal here. We got the ones, the tens, the hundreds, the thousands. This is the tens. T-E-N-S. And because it's followed by a 1, we will round it down. We'll keep it the same, in other words. 8,560. We don't have to continue after the decimal here once we've rounded the number off. All right, next one. Compare the fractions. So which is larger? 2 times 7, 2 times 7, or 9 times 5? Well, 9 times 5 is 45, 2 times 7 is 14. So 5/7 is greater than 2/5. Adding the fractions. We're going to take 4 times 11 and 7 times 11. I'm going to add 6 times 7 over 7 times 11. So that's 44 plus 42. Both of them out of 77 now. So that is 66 out of 77. Fifty-six, 86, sorry. It's like, that's not right. Should be larger than that. 86. 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. 86 out of 77. Same thing on the next fraction. We're going to take 12 times by 5, 13 times by 5. And we're going to add 13 times by 2 over 13 times by 5. So we got 60 over 45. 60 over 65. Plus 26 over 65. For a total of 86 out of 65. Remember, we're multiplying the fractions together. So we take the 11 by the 4, 44, 7 by the 6, 42. 44 and 42 is 86, and the denominator is the 2 multiplied together. The 2 denominators multiplied together. 12 by the 5 is 60. 13 by the 2 is 26. 60 and 26 is 86, and then 5 by 13 is 65. That's called getting a common denominator and adding the fractions. I'm not reducing fractions with you here, so all we have to do is add them. All right, next question. Write down the order of operations. Parentheses are always first, or grouping symbols. If you want to call them grouping symbols, that's fine. Followed by exponents. followed by multiply and divide. Multiply and divide. Again, these have the same hierarchy. You can list them in the same step or separate steps, I don't care. And then followed by add and subtract. All right, next thing, order of operations. 6 minus 9 plus 10. So we're going to take 6 minus 9 to get a negative 3. Because again, those are opposite signs because this is 6 plus negative 9. In other words, 6 minus 9 is the same as 6 plus negative 9. So that's negative 3. Then we're going to add 10 to that. So these are again opposite signs. So my finished answer will be a 7. Because negative 3 plus 10 is 7. Next thing, we multiply before we add. 12 plus 24 is equal to 36. Next thing, we're going to multiply here. 9, negative 4, and negative 9 make positive 36. So 9 plus 36 is 45. And our last question here, we're going to do our exponent first. So that is a 5 squared, not a negative 5. The negative, again, is the operation. So this is a 5 squared. So we would have 11 minus 25 minus 10. So we do 11 plus negative 25. So these are opposite signs. So that's going to be negative 14 minus 10. And then that would be the same as negative 14 plus negative 10, which is negative 24. Negative 24 is my finished answer. I hope this helps. These are each worth, again, 4 points. Please come in before or after school. I will be here Thursday before and after school, Wednesday before and after school, and Friday before school if you'd like some extra help. Good luck.